Have you ever wondered why you were born at the exact minute you were? Not just the day or the year, but that specific moment. Was it random, or does it carry a deeper significance? What if your birth time is more than just a timestamp on a birth certificate? What if it's a cosmic signature, an energetic imprint revealing the hidden layers of who you are? Across cultures, spiritual systems, and esoteric traditions, one idea keeps resurfacing: that the exact moment of your birth holds a key to your destiny, your soul's mission, and your energetic blueprint. It's not just the zodiac sign or birth chart that matters, it's the precise time when you took your first breath. That time, that moment, was aligned with the stars, planets, and energies that would shape the core of your being. Let's start by exploring why birth time is so crucial in astrology and metaphysics. In astrology, the natal chart or birth chart is a snapshot of the sky at the moment of your birth. But this chart can't be calculated without knowing your exact time. Even a difference of a few minutes can shift the rising sign, alter house placements, and completely change the chart's interpretation. Your rising sign, or ascendant, which sets the tone for how the world sees you and how you interact with others, is entirely dependent on the time of your birth. That alone makes your birth time a gateway into understanding your personality, your purpose, and your life path. But beyond astrology, many ancient cultures believed your birth time is connected to your soul's contract, what you came here to learn, experience, and share. Some mystics say the soul chooses the exact moment to incarnate based on the unique configuration of energy available in that window. That means your birth time wasn't random. It was intentional. It was chosen with cosmic precision. Let's dive into this idea further. Imagine the universe as a vast ocean of energy. Waves of frequency are constantly moving through time and space. Each moment in time has its own vibrational signature. When you're born, you absorb that energetic signature, much like a sponge. It becomes the background frequency of your entire life. This is why two people born on the same day but at different times can be so different. Time matters. And what about people born at powerful times, midnight sunrise, eclipse days, solstices, or equinoxes? These moments are considered energetically potent. A child born at sunrise may carry the energy of new beginnings and illumination. A child born just before midnight may have deep intuitive gifts connected to mystery and the unconscious. These subtle differences matter more than most people realize. There's also the spiritual idea that your birth time aligns with your karmic path. Think of it like a sacred appointment. Your soul knew what it wanted to experience in this life, and the time you were born set that in motion. Everything from the challenges you'd face to the gifts you'd carry was encoded in that moment. You arrived right on time. And then there's numerology. Even your birth time as a number holds hidden meaning. Being born at 222, for example, links you to the energy of balance, harmony, duality, and spiritual partnership. Being born at 555 aligns you with change, freedom, and breakthrough energy. These time-based numerological patterns can reveal subconscious tendencies, hidden desires, and spiritual lessons. Once you begin to pay attention, you'll realize your birth time is like a secret password to your inner world. But it doesn't stop there. In Vedic astrology, the time of birth is used to calculate your lagna, ascendant, and your Janma Nakshatra, the lunar mansion or star under which you were born. This determines not only your personality, but your dharma, your soul's purpose. The alignment of the moon and your rising sign at the moment of your birth provides a blueprint for how your life is meant to unfold. It's not about fate, it's about frequency. You can always choose, but your birth time shows the energies that come most naturally to you. We often hear people say, "I was born at the wrong time," especially if they feel out of place in their generation or environment. But in the lens of spiritual timing, there is no wrong time. You were born at the perfect moment for your soul's development. That feeling of being different may actually be a clue that your birth time carries a rare energetic signature. You're here to be different, to awaken others, to shift paradigms, to anchor something new. So what does your birth time really say about you? It says everything. It reveals your rhythm, your strengths, your spiritual sensitivity, even your relationship with time itself. People born early in the morning may be natural initiators. Those born in the afternoon might thrive in action and expression. Evening-born souls often carry reflective, emotional depth. Late-night or early morning births can indicate dreamers, mystics, and old souls. This is just the beginning. In the next section, we'll go deeper into the astrological implications of different birth times, explore real examples, and uncover how the hour you were born can offer insights into your emotional body, your shadow self, and your souls. Evolution. Your birth time is more than a detail. It's an energetic stamp, a cosmic fingerprint that reveals not only who you are, but how you came into this world. It's the where and when your soul intersected with physical reality, and understanding it can unlock a deeper sense of self-awareness, purpose, and alignment. To understand how much your birth time influences your path, let's first explore the concept of planetary houses in astrology. Your exact birth time determines which signs rule the 12 houses in your natal chart. These houses govern different areas of life: career, love, health, family, identity, spirituality, and more. When your birth time is known, these houses fall into place like puzzle pieces, shaping the themes and energy of your journey. For example, if you were born at sunrise, the sun is likely near your ascendant, your outer personality. This gives you a radiant, expressive quality, someone who embodies their sense of self boldly and with presence. If you were born at sunset, the sun is likely near your descendant, indicating that your identity is often discovered through relationships and mirroring with others. A person born around midnight may have a more private, internalized experience of life, deeply intuitive and possibly drawn to the unseen. These positional differences profoundly influence your nature. Even twins born minutes apart may have subtle differences in house placements, creating distinct experiences and emotional wiring. Now, let's look at rising signs, perhaps the most time-sensitive aspect of the chart. The rising sign changes roughly every 2 hours. It sets the tone for how you appear to others, how you approach the world, and how you instinctively act in new situations. A person with Aries rising, for instance, approaches life with boldness, drive, and fiery independence. Someone with Pisces rising might move through life with sensitivity, compassion, and intuitive flow. Without your birth time, this crucial layer is lost, and with it, so much of your story. Knowing your rising sign also reveals your first house, the house of self, and automatically sets the rest of your 12 houses. So, 1 minute's difference can literally rewrite your life map. But let's step back for a moment from charts and houses and talk about birth time as energetic memory. The moment you're born, your body takes its first breath. That breath is your first conscious act of participation in this world, and it's filled with the vibration of that precise moment in time. It's as if you inhale the frequency of the universe right then and there, and that frequency becomes your baseline. Your cells remember it. Your soul remembers it. It's your start point. Some spiritual traditions believe this moment imprints you with specific lessons and gifts. For example, being born during a new moon may give you a fresh, optimistic energy, always initiating. Being born during a full moon could mean you carry a strong internal tension between inner and outer needs, often leading to heightened emotional intelligence. Being born during an eclipse. That could mean your life is marked by intensity, transformation, and profound soul evolution. There's even deeper symbolism when we explore planetary hours, an ancient esoteric system where each hour of the day is ruled by a specific planet. These planetary hours rotate in a set sequence, beginning with the ruler of the day, e.g., Sunday starts with the sun, Monday with the moon. So being born at a Venus hour might bless you with beauty, charm, or a love-oriented path. Being born during a Saturn hour may imprint your life with discipline, karmic lessons, and long-term growth. And we can't ignore the role of collective energy. The time you were born is also the energy the world was holding. Some people are born during chaotic times, wars, crises, collective shifts. Others are born in moments of peace or transformation. That broader energy forms a backdrop to your soul's entry into the world. If you came during a time of global awakening, you may be here to accelerate that energy. If you came during a crisis, perhaps you're here to heal or stabilize it. Let's explore some specific examples. A person born at 3:33 a.m. might be energetically tied to the number 3, creativity, spiritual alignment, and communication. That time, charged with 333 energy, suggests a person who bridges the gap between spiritual and material worlds. They may find themselves drawn to roles where they express, teach, or heal. Someone born at 11:11 a.m. might be connected to higher realms from the start. 11:11 is often called the awakening code, and being born at this time may mean their entire life revolves around consciousness, self-mastery, and leading others into awareness. It's common for people with this birth time to feel like old souls or starseeds, often sensing they don't quite belong in conventional systems. A birth at 5:55 a.m. might come with the imprint of radical change and transformation. The energy of 5 is restless, seeking freedom and experience. These individuals may go through many personal evolutions, often living several lives within one lifetime. They may resist routine, favoring adventure and evolution. What's important here isn't just the number, but your personal resonance with it. Ask yourself, how do I feel about my birth time? Do I feel connected to it? Curious about it? Or have I never thought of it as meaningful? Because how you feel about your birth time may reflect how you feel about your life path. It's a mirror, and by reconnecting with it, you may unlock something deep within you, a forgotten agreement, a silent knowing. There's also something sacred about reclaiming your time of birth as part of your personal power. Many people don't know their exact birth time, especially if it wasn't recorded or came from a culture where timekeeping was different. If that's you, don't worry. Your intuition is still your greatest guide. Meditation, dreams, and deep reflection can often reveal a felt sense of your entry point. Pay attention to what times of day you feel most alive, most yourself. These can offer clues. Some people go through a process called rectification, a method in astrology to estimate your birth time based on major life events. But even without that, just honoring the idea that you were born exactly when you were meant to be can shift something powerful in your energy field. And here's something beautiful. Your birth time doesn't just describe you, it evolves with you. As you grow, awaken, and shift, you may start to embody different layers of your chart. Parts of your soul's blueprint activate over time. Your rising sign might describe your youth, while your midheaven reflects your mature identity. Even your planetary placements progress as you age, another system entirely that overlays your evolution over time. What stays constant, though, is that your birth time is the anchor. It's the portal, the beginning of your Earth journey. And understanding it helps you remember you chose this moment. Your soul said yes to this incarnation, this body, this mission, at exactly that minute. In the next part, we'll go even deeper. We'll explore how your birth time connects to your karmic past, soul lineage, and why certain times of day carry specific spiritual lessons and energetic patterns. We'll also look at mythological and esoteric symbolism behind key time ranges, midnight, dawn, noon, dusk, and how they reflect different soul archetypes. As we go deeper into the hidden meaning of your birth time, a fascinating question begins to emerge. Could your soul have chosen not just your body, family, and environment, but the exact hour and minute you would arrive on Earth? If time carries frequency, and frequency shapes consciousness, then choosing your birth time is like selecting your soul's opening note in this lifetime. Let's explore the archetypes of time throughout the day and what being born during certain hours may indicate about your soul's role and energy signature. While astrology provides a planetary framework, here we'll approach it from a more intuitive, energetic, and symbolic lens. Imagine the 24 hours of a day as a full cycle of life, with each portion representing a distinct archetypal phase. Midnight to 3 a.m. The gate of the mystic souls. Born in these hours often carry profound spiritual depth. Midnight is the liminal space, the transition between days, the womb of the void, the symbolic place of origin. Being born during these hours may mark someone who is naturally introspective, otherworldly, and energetically attuned. These individuals often walk between dimensions, sometimes struggling to feel of this world. They may be dreamers, visionaries, or silent guides. This time is also associated with the subconscious mind and deep inner knowing. 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. The Silent Watcher. This is the quietest time of day, the sacred stillness before dawn. People born here may carry the archetype of the observer, the seer. They often have heightened intuitive abilities, yet they move quietly through life, absorbing everything. They are often very perceptive, preferring depth over noise. Many healers, writers, and spiritual teachers are born in this window. They may also carry ancient wisdom and need solitude to recharge their energy. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. The Dawn Bringer. This period is the sunrise, the awakening. Those born in these hours often exude freshness, enthusiasm, and vibrant energy. They may have a strong sense of purpose and drive. Their souls are wired to initiate, to bring light, to inspire movement. Natural leaders, these individuals often find themselves at the forefront of change, even without trying. Their optimism can be infectious, and they may be perceived as youthful or radiant, regardless of age. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The Builder. Late morning energy is practical, focused, and determined. People born during this window often come into this life with a sense of direction or ambition. Their soul's blueprint is aligned with structure, achievement, and tangible growth. They are often doers, task-oriented, and capable of building systems, businesses, or legacies. They tend to carry grounded, dependable energy and may be drawn to leadership or mastery. 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. The manifestor high noon is the peak of the sun, maximum visibility, clarity, and strength. Individuals born in this time frame often possess strong presence. They shine naturally and may feel called to be seen, heard, or recognized. Their lessons may involve learning how to wield influence responsibly, how to integrate ego with purpose. These souls often have a magnetic quality and are drawn to careers in performance, leadership, or communication. They are here to stand in the light and help others do the same. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. The harmonizer afternoon energy begins to soften and reflect. People born during these hours may be skilled peacemakers, mediators, or connectors. Their soul may be here to create beauty, harmony, and emotional balance. These individuals often bring people together, resolve conflict, or intuit what's unspoken in relationships. They can be highly empathetic and relational, sometimes putting others' needs above their own. Their growth often involves boundaries and self-love. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. The Weaver. Twilight energy is mystical. It weaves light and darkness. People born at dusk are often complex, multidimensional, and wise beyond their years. They may feel pulled between extremes, light and shadow, joy and grief, structure and chaos. But in that dance, they create beauty. These are often the artists, storytellers, and soul weavers of the world. They carry both clarity and mystery. Their energy feels deep, poetic, and transformative. 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. The keeper of the flame night energy is introspective and powerful. Those born in the late evening hours often hold ancient soul energy. They are the keepers of truth, memory, and inner fire. They may be drawn to transformation, sacred knowledge, or spiritual depth. These individuals are often protectors of spiritual lineage, the ones who keep the candle burning when others fall asleep. They carry resilience and deep emotional wisdom. Of course, these archetypes aren't strict categories, they're energetic suggestions. Your full birth chart, cultural background, life path, and choices all contribute to your uniqueness. But time does speak, and when you listen to the energy of your birth window, you may unlock forgotten truths about your identity and purpose. Let's return to the idea of soul timing. In many spiritual systems, the soul doesn't randomly drop into a body. There's intention. A soul might wait years, even centuries, to incarnate during a specific cosmic window. Why? Because the configuration of time-space energy in that moment is aligned with the mission it came to fulfill. Have you ever felt like you came too early or too late for something? That the world isn't ready for your ideas, or that you were born into the wrong era? These feelings may indicate that your soul came here as a forerunner or a bridge. Perhaps you're here to plant seeds that won't blossom until much later. Perhaps you're here to close the circle on work started long ago. Either way, your birth time is not a mistake. It is a message. In Eastern philosophy, it is believed that certain karmic conditions must align perfectly for birth to occur. In Tibetan Buddhism, the moment of conception and birth are energetically encoded with the soul's karma and intention. In Taoist thought, a person's birth date and time form the foundation of their bazi, or 4 pillars of destiny, which can reveal past life patterns, personality traits, and life purpose. Even in Western mystical traditions, the time of birth has been seen as a sacred threshold. Alchemists believed in the divine hour of transformation, while Christian mystics often meditated on the hour of light or hour of grace. Across all these systems is one truth. Time is not neutral. It's alive. Your birth time is your portal, your personal new year, your initiation into form, and within it are layers of meaning that go far beyond personality. Let's imagine something for a moment. What if you wrote a letter to yourself from the moment of your birth? What would it say? Perhaps it would say, "Dear one, you chose to come now. The world may not always understand you, but you didn't come to be understood. You came to remember. You came to shine a particular light that only you carry. You will walk through seasons of doubt, yes, but your birth time holds the key. Every year at this exact hour, your soul realigns. You feel it, that quiet pull inward, the sense that something is shifting. That is your true birthday. That is the whisper. You are not lost. You are simply unfolding. Trust your time. This poetic view isn't meant to be abstract. It's meant to help you feel your life as a sacred experience. Because the moment you were born isn't just where your life began. It's where your soul made a declaration. I am here now. Understanding your birth time is like decoding that declaration. It reveals what kind of energy you carry, what kind of story you're meant to live, and what kind of medicine you bring to the collective. In the next part, we'll go into how to use your exact birth time for practical insight, how it influences your solar return chart, how soul clocks operate in your body, and how to reclaim your time as a tool for self-empowerment and healing. Once you begin to understand the sacred nature of your birth time, it becomes more than a data point. It becomes a tool a living, breathing reference for navigating your personal evolution, your cycles of growth, and the energetic tides of your life. One of the most powerful ways to work with your birth time practically is through something called the solar return. Your solar return is the exact moment the sun returns to the same degree it occupied at the time of your birth. This moment happens once every year, but not always on your calendar birthday. Depending on the year and leap cycles, it may fall the day before or after your birthday, and the time will be precise, right down to the minute. Astrologers cast a solar return chart for that exact moment to understand the energetic theme of the coming year. But even if you don't study astrology, you can honor your solar return by simply noticing when you feel the shift around your birthday. Often, your energy will dip or intensify around this time. You may feel introspective, visionary, emotional, or highly sensitive. That's because your entire energetic system is resetting. It's your personal New Year's Eve. Some spiritual teachers recommend meditating or journaling during your exact solar return time, reflecting on the past year, setting intentions for the new one, and opening yourself to divine insight. Because that window is deeply aligned with your core frequency, it's a potent time to recalibrate your path. But there's more. Your birth time also acts as a kind of inner clock, a subtle rhythm that influences your energy flow on a daily basis. Have you ever noticed that you feel unusually calm, inspired, or activated at a certain time of day, even if it doesn't line up with your external schedule? You may be tuning into your soul hour, the time that echoes the moment you were born. Some call this your spiritual prime time. It's when your soul's frequency naturally pulses a little louder. If you were born at 4:30 a.m., try being still at that time once in a while. Journal, meditate, simply observe your thoughts. You might find that intuitive downloads, clarity, or healing arise more easily. For some, this hour becomes a sacred part of their spiritual routine. For others, it's a quiet reminder of their essence. Think of it like returning to your original note, a moment of attunement with your higher self. Your birth time can also be used to understand when you're most energetically open or vulnerable during the day. Some energy workers and mystics believe your birth time represents the doorway between your conscious and subconscious selves. Around that hour, you may be more sensitive to your environment, more affected by others' emotions, or more susceptible to spiritual insights. If you find yourself triggered, inspired, or overwhelmed at a consistent time each day, track it. Does it connect to your time of birth? Even your life path timing, the way your soul's themes unfold over time, can be viewed through the lens of your birth hour. For example, if you were born at sunrise, your early life may have been active, busy, filled with expectation. If you were born near midnight, your power may grow as you age, like a flower that blooms under moonlight. The timing of your birth might echo in the structure of your life story. And now, let's touch on something often overlooked, the healing potential of reclaiming your birth time. Many people carry subtle resistance to the moment they were born. Perhaps they were born during a difficult family situation, or they were premature, or their arrival was traumatic. In some cases, their birth was not welcomed or celebrated. That pain, even if not remembered consciously, can form an energetic imprint, a kind of identity wound. They may subconsciously associate their time of arrival with fear, rejection, or chaos. But here's the truth. The divine timing of your birth was never a mistake. Even if the world around you didn't recognize the sacredness of your arrival, the universe did. Reclaiming your birth time means choosing to see that moment as powerful, intentional, and sacred, not random or flawed. It means saying, I came at the right time, in the right way, for the right reasons. Even if no one else saw it then, I see it now. This reframe can initiate deep healing. It restores the sense of belonging, not just in your family, but in existence itself. Here's a powerful practice. Sit in silence at your birth time, or as close as you can get to it. Light a candle. Place your hand over your heart. Speak aloud or internally. This is the moment I chose to arrive. I honor it. I reclaim it. I thank the universe for my timing. I am exactly where I'm meant to be. Let the words settle into your body. You may feel emotion. You may feel nothing. It doesn't matter. What matters is the intention. Over time, this ritual can rewire your relationship with yourself and the timeline of your life. There's also a mystical dimension to this. In ancient Egypt and other initiatic traditions, the moment of birth was seen as a cosmic contract, a vibrational signature that connected the soul to a divine purpose. Priests and priestesses studied the skies at the moment of birth, using it as a map of the soul's mission. They believed that forgetting this truth was part of the human condition, and remembering it was part of spiritual awakening. By reconnecting with your birth time, you are essentially saying, I remember, I am awake, I trust the design. And that trust changes how you move through the world. You no longer panic when things seem out of sync because you know the universe works in spirals, not straight lines. You no longer compare your pace to others because you understand your timeline is unique. You no longer chase answers outside yourself because your soul has been whispering them to you since the very moment you arrived. There is incredible peace in that remembrance. And in the modern world, where time often feels like a pressure cooker, something we're always racing against, this connection to sacred timing is revolutionary. It invites you to slow down, to live cyclically, to notice when you feel in sync and when you don't, and to gently return to your rhythm. One final practice. Take note of what's happening in the world at your birth time over the next few days. What are you doing? Who are you with? How do you feel? Start to build a relationship with that hour. Treat it as a sacred meeting point between your soul and the present moment. You might be surprised at what unfolds. In the next part, we'll explore birth time from the perspective of soul groups, reincarnation patterns, and energy portals, and how being born in specific windows, like eclipses, solstices, or numerologically significant hours, connects you to collective missions and multidimensional truths. By now, we've explored how your birth time is much more than a clock reading. It's a portal, a code, and a vibration that echoes through your life. But what if your exact moment of birth also connects you to others, people you may never meet, yet who share your energetic signature? What if being born at a certain time ties you to a greater soul group or a collective mission? Let's explore the concept of soul families, also called soul groups or soul clusters. These are groups of souls who incarnate together across lifetimes to grow, heal, teach, and support one another. Some members of your soul family may play huge roles in your life: parents, friends, mentors, even antagonists. Others may be distant strangers whose frequency resonates with yours across space and time. Your birth time can act as a synchronization key to these connections. Some astrologers and spiritual thinkers believe that members of the same soul group often incarnate around the same periods, within months, days, or even hours of one another, choosing birth windows that align them energetically for the roles they'll play. They may be scattered across the globe, yet vibrating on a similar frequency, guided by shared values, visions, and inner truths. Sometimes you'll feel a strong pull towards someone born at a similar time or date as you. You may not understand it logically, but you feel an invisible thread connecting you, an uncanny resonance. These connections are rarely accidental. They are reminders that your journey is never isolated. You're part of something far bigger than yourself. Now let's deepen the lens and examine the idea of reincarnation cycles and karmic timing. Many spiritual traditions teach that your soul chooses to reincarnate not randomly, but based on energetic opportunity. The time you're born aligns with the energies your soul needs to activate unresolved karma, to complete a mission, or to evolve into a new level of awareness. This belief is central in systems like Hinduism, Buddhism, and even certain mystical interpretations of Kabbalah. So, what does this have to do with your birth time? Imagine that time is a field of energy, and your soul selects a specific entry point that aligns with your growth trajectory. That entry point is not only influenced by your personal karma, but also by collective energy, world events, generational shifts, planetary alignments. It's as if your soul chooses the precise moment to drop in and ride the wave of energy that will best serve its path. Let's say you were born during a lunar eclipse. These moments are known for dramatic endings and beginnings, accelerated karma, and transformation. People born during eclipses often have intense life paths. They're here to break patterns, reveal truth, and bring light to what's hidden. Their presence in the world often challenges others to wake up. Or perhaps you were born during a solstice or equinox. These are sacred seasonal gates, times when the balance of light and dark shifts dramatically. Souls born in these windows often carry medicine related to balance, cycles, and renewal. They may feel deeply connected to the earth and its rhythms, often serving as healers, guides, or keepers of ancient wisdom. There's also a growing interest in the meaning of palindromic times, like 1221 or 0330, and angelic numbers, like 111, 222, etc., in birth timing. These mirrored or repeated digits are often seen as divine codes, indicating that the soul carries a specific activation or awareness. People born at such times may feel a deep connection to synchronicity and sacred geometry. Their lives often follow nonlinear paths filled with profound turning points. Let's take a practical example. Imagine someone born at 4:44 a.m. The number 4 in numerology represents structure, foundation, and spiritual protection. Tripled, it intensifies the message. This person may carry a mission to build new systems, anchor stability in turbulent times, or act as a grounded guide for others. They may also feel deeply supported by unseen forces, angels, ancestors, or spirit guides. Someone else born at 11:11 p.m. may live a life filled with awakening moments, intuition, and inner knowledge. 11:11 is often associated with light workers, old souls, and spiritual leaders, those who have come to help others remember who they truly are. But not all meaningful times are numerical. Some are energetic. For instance, the void of course moon, a time when the moon is not making any major aspects before changing signs, is often seen as a spiritual pause. People born during this time may feel like they live outside conventional systems. Their lives often defy expectations. They walk between worlds, often misunderstood, but divinely positioned to bring innovation and new energy. There's also the idea of planetary gate times, moments when certain planetary energies are peaking. For example, being born while Venus is stationary, not moving in the sky, may bring deep lessons in love, beauty, and value. Being born during Mercury retrograde may give someone a unique mental perspective, strong internal processing skills, and a tendency to challenge conventional thought. All of this points to one truth. Your time of birth doesn't just define your personality. It links you to multidimensional experiences, to past and future timelines, and to other souls who resonate with your path. And here's where it gets even more mystical. Some energy workers and quantum theorists believe that your birth time acts like a frequency beacon across timelines. That means versions of you in parallel or alternate realities may also be born around the same energetic window, but living entirely different expressions of the same soul. This isn't science fiction, it's a reflection of the multidimensional self. You may feel echoes of these alternate lives in your dreams, déjà vu, or spontaneous memories. The birth time acts as a sort of anchor across all dimensions. So when you tune into your birth time, you're not just remembering who you are here, you may be accessing the full spectrum of who you are everywhere. This is why birth time work can be so profound. It reawakens your connection to the infinite. It reveals the patterns that your conscious mind might not understand, but your soul has never forgotten. If you want to explore this further, here's a journaling prompt you can try. What message might my soul have encoded in the time I chose to be born? Let your hand move freely. Don't censor yourself. Trust what comes. You may be surprised. And if you have your birth chart or numerology report, look at the patterns connected to your birth time. What houses are activated? What aspects are close? What numbers appear? What energy does it hold? Even if you don't know your exact time of birth, you can still work with this energy. You can meditate on a time that feels right to you. You can work with sun or moon energy at certain hours. You can observe your body's rhythm and see when you feel most intuitive, most activated. Often, your body will tell you what your soul already knows. In the final part of this journey, we'll explore how to integrate your birth time into your daily life, not just as an idea, but as a practice. We'll look at how to live in harmony with your soul's timing, how to reclaim your rhythm in a world addicted to urgency, and how to make peace with your timeline, no matter how off track you may feel. So far, you've discovered how your birth time is. Far more than a number on a clock, it's an energetic key, a cosmic appointment, and a soul signature. But now comes the most important part: integration. How do you live in alignment with your timing? How do you embody the energy of your birth, not just understand it? To integrate your birth time into your life, you must first recognize that you are already doing it, whether consciously or not. Your natural rhythms, your energy spikes and dips, the intuitive moments that guide you, all of these may already be aligning with your soul's original frequency. The goal is to become conscious of that alignment and deepen it. Start by observing your daily rhythm. Take note of when you feel most alert, creative, intuitive, peaceful, or inspired. Compare that to your actual birth time. Many people discover that their soul hour, the time corresponding to their birth, is when they feel most at home in themselves. For some, it's when they receive inner guidance. For others, it's when the veil feels thin and they are most connected to something greater. Begin to honor this time, even if just once a week. Light a candle. Breathe, reflect, meditate. Use this time to check in with your higher self. Over time, you may notice synchronicities increasing, decisions becoming clearer, and a stronger sense of internal peace. Then, expand this awareness to your birth season, the time of year you were born. Every season holds a distinct energy. Spring brings renewal and action. Summer holds expression and vitality. Autumn offers reflection and release. Winter carries stillness and inward growth. By aligning your goals, habits, or healing work with the energies of your birth season, you begin to move with life instead of against it. If you were born in spring, perhaps you're wired for starting things, initiating, leading, sparking movement. If you were born in winter, maybe your gifts bloom more slowly but carry incredible depth. There's no right pace, only your pace. This brings us to a powerful truth. Your birth time teaches you to trust your timing. In a world obsessed with rushing, comparing, and measuring success by artificial clocks, reconnecting with your own rhythm is an act of personal liberation. When you trust your soul's timing, you stop panicking over delays. You stop judging yourself for not arriving on someone else's timeline. You stop forcing what isn't ready. You soften into the understanding that your journey is unique and divinely timed. This level of trust births self-compassion. You begin to forgive yourself for what you didn't know, couldn't see, or weren't ready for before. You realize that all of it, every detour, pause, failure, and false start, was woven into the fabric of your becoming. It was never wasted. It was sacred. Your birth time reminds you that you were born to walk your path, not anyone else's, and that the timing of your breakthroughs, your relationships, your healing, and your becoming has always been perfect, even when it felt imperfect. Let's go deeper still. What if your birth time could guide your future? Many mystics believe that when you consciously align with your soul's timing, you become more magnetic. Things fall into place more naturally. You attract people and opportunities that reflect your essence, not your fear. You stop chasing life and start co-creating with it. To support this, try this simple practice. Every day, pause for 1 minute at your exact birth time. Close your eyes. Take one deep breath. Ask silently, what would my highest self have me know right now? Then, listen, feel, trust. It might take time, but if you do this consistently, you will begin to feel a shift, a soft awakening, a grounding, a remembering. You are aligning with the divine rhythm that first brought you here, and when you fully embrace your birth time, something magical happens. You no longer fear time itself. You stop racing against it. You stop fearing being late, behind, too early, or too old, because you know that you are always right on time, for your own journey, your own destiny, your own soul. This is freedom. To live this way is to walk through the world differently, not hurried, not desperate, but rooted, tuned, alive. You carry a quiet power, a knowing, a grace, because you remember you came here for a reason, at exactly the right moment, and that moment lives in you still. So today, as you close this journey, ask yourself, what has my birth time always been trying to show me? Maybe it's that you are a mirror of the stars. Maybe it's that you are a rhythm inside the song of the universe. Maybe it's that you never needed to rush. You just needed to remember. You were born in perfect time. You are still unfolding in perfect time. And the best part is, you're only just beginning.